Hope so you all have viewed my videos, but I came to know that most of them are not seeing the videos. See children, this is revision what we are doing, and what is really important only we are saying you please watch our videos. It will be useful for you, it will be helpful when you are studying or revising your lessons, okay. So don't miss the videos children, please watch the videos, the revisions what we are doing, particularly 10th standard I am saying. So that you can do your studies well, okay. It will be easy for you when you are revising. The next lesson, the second lesson we will see here today, acid, bases and salts. Here also chemical reactions we see. Chemical reactions are very important in this lesson. They may ask any type of chemical reaction, either to balance the equation, chemical equation, balancing also they may ask from this lesson, or the different types of chemical reactions also they may ask, under what conditions they are reacting they may ask, okay. So particularly in this lesson we will see here that how do acids and base react with metals. There is one diagram here, page number 19. Page number 19 you can see this diagram. This diagram is really important. It will be asked for 3 marks. Okay, it will be asked for 3 marks. Okay, 3 marks diagram means you should draw this apparatus. Reaction of zinc granules with dilute sulfuric acid, testing hydrogen gas by burning. This is a really important diagram. You have to practice it nicely. A very easy diagram it is. Reaction of zinc. Zinc reacts with acid, that is sulfuric acid, to give zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas is produced. The testing of hydrogen gas is also given in this diagram by bringing a candle which is lit. Okay, the burning candle is brought near the bubbles which are produced in the soap solution. Those bubbles are hydrogen gas. Those bubbles will burn, or they explode, or you can say they burn with a pop sound. Okay, so that is a test for hydrogen gas. Then we will come here how acid reacts with the metals. Acid and metals react. For example, zinc plus H2SO4 gives ZnSO4 plus hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay, acid reacts with metal to give salt and water. Zinc sulfate is what? Salt. Zinc sulfate is salt, liberating hydrogen gas. So acid reacts with metal to give zinc, salt and water. The same way you can see here, base also, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, they also react with the same thing, okay, with the metals. Base also react with the metal to give salt and hydrogen gas, Na2ZnO2, sodium zincate. This equation also you can refer. The next equation is how metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates. Metal carbonates are what? Na2, this is metal carbonate. Metal hydrogen carbonate, NaHCO3. Sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate. How they react? With acids. The same thing here is salt, water and carbon dioxide gas is liberated. Okay, so that equation also you go through once, that is also very important. One question they had asked how to test for the carbon dioxide gas which is evolved. In this reaction the gas which is produced is carbon dioxide gas. How to test that gas is carbon dioxide. So we have to pass that carbon dioxide gas in the solution of calcium hydroxide. So when you pass carbon dioxide in lime water, that is calcium hydroxide, that solution becomes milky. Okay, why it turns milky? Because of the precipitation formed there, calcium carbonate is formed. So this reaction is also very much important, passing carbon dioxide gas, okay, in the solution of lime water. Okay, the lime water turns milky. That equation also you go through once again. Okay, the metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate react in the same way to give what? To give salt, water and carbon dioxide gas. The same thing is being liberated with hydrogen carbonate also. So go through the equations properly, their products and all. You please go through that. In this lesson, most of the compounds are being discussed. Okay, most of the chemical compounds you can see. So you practice the name, chemical name of each compound, like lime water, limestone. Limestone is what? CaCO3. Chalk is also CaCO3. Marble is also CaCO3. Okay, that is all calcium carbonate. These are the different names of calcium carbonate. Lime water is what? CaOH twice. Okay, CaOH twice aqueous lime water. So those all names you have to learn. How does acid and bases react with each other? That is neutralization reaction. That is also very important. About neutralization. What is neutralization reaction? Acid reacts with the base. Acid reacts with the base to form salt and water. To form salt and water. So almost most of the chemical reaction seems to be same children. So you should be very much particular when you are writing the different types of reaction. Acid reacts with the base to form salt and water. That is how acid and bases are reacting with each other, a type of neutralization reaction. The same thing here, reaction of metal oxide. Metallic oxide, when you take any metallic oxide, for example MgO. MgO is a metallic oxide, magnesium oxide reacts with acid. What it gives, again this also gives the salt and water. Okay, so magnesium oxide reacts with acid to give salt and water. That is also one of the questions they may ask. All the chemical reactions are very, very important, children. Here you can see a diagram here. Okay, acid solution conducts electricity. This diagram is also important from the point of view of exam. Acid water conducts electricity. Acidified water has free hydrogen ions. Acidified water has free hydrogen ions. Because of the movement of those hydrogen ions and positive ions and negative ions, there is conduction of electricity. So this is the experiment which shows that ionic conduction, okay, that is the electrolysis is taking place, and because of that you can see the electricity is being conducted here, whereas the bulb glows here, whereas in the presence of glucose alcohol solution the bulb does not glow. Why? Glucose and alcohol are not strong electrolytes. They are not strong electrolytes. Complete ionization does not take place in case of glucose and alcohol, and the bulb does not glow. Understood? So that is the reason there. You go through that also. And you can see here what happens to an acid or a base in water solution. Okay, what type of ions are produced? Please go through this. Okay, what is that? The separation of hydrogen ions from HCl molecules cannot occur in the absence of water. Okay, so hydrogen ions cannot exist freely. Okay, when you are dissolving acid in water, what happens to the acid molecules? Acid molecules will get separated. They get dissociated. Okay, dissociation means what? Formation of ions. Okay, acid molecules. For example, acid molecule, acid gets dissociated in the water to form H plus and Cl minus. These hydrogen ions are not free. Always they are attached with water molecules. Okay, H2O plus H plus means what you will get? H3O plus. This is the hydronium ions which is formed when acid dissolves in water. Okay, no free hydrogen ions. Hydrogen ions cannot move freely in the water. Always they are attached to the water molecules. Hydronium ions are formed. Okay, and base when it dissolves in water, hydroxyl ions are formed. Okay, so that is the equation you can read there. Okay, and here in the last stanza you can see here this also the question which is asked frequently. Why is it not advisable to add water to the concentrated acid while diluting it? So always when you are diluting acid, you should add acid to the water. Okay, drop by drop you should add acid to the water, because mixing of water and acid is an exothermic reaction. If you are putting water slowly, drop by drop, if you are putting water in acid, what will happen? More heat will be evolved, and because of that local heating, what may happen? The reaction may take place vigorously, liberating lot of heat, and explosion may take place, causing some accidents. Okay, so it is not advisable to add water to concentrated acid while diluting it, because it is an exothermic reaction. It releases more heat. So always what you have to do while diluting? You have to add acid to the water. More volume of water should be there, and little acid you should be adding. That is also one of the questions which is frequently asked. About the pH also, most probably they will give the pH values. In multiple choice questions they may give the pH value, they may give, and they will tell you to find out the solution which is more acidic, or which is more basic, or which is neutral. So in that form they will give. You know about the pH scale. Above 7 the solution is basic, and below 7 the solution is acidic. So you know, in terms of hydrogen ion concentration also they may give. A solution has more number of hydrogen ion concentration. So what may be its pH? What kind of solution it is, they may ask. So more number of hydrogen ion concentration means it is an acid. Less number of hydrogen ion concentration means what? Less hydrogen ion concentration is basic. So in that way also they may ask. You have to go through all this. Okay. Importance of pH in our daily life. Okay. About tooth decay. How does the tooth decay occur? Okay. The sugars which are there in our food get degraded by the bacteria. They release acid. The acid which is released, it will eat away, or it will rupture the enamel of our tooth. Okay. So because of that, what happens? There is a tooth decay. So to avoid that, to prevent the tooth decay, what we have to do? We brush our teeth twice. Okay, after eating, we brush our teeth. When you are brushing with the toothpaste, what is present in the toothpaste? Base is present. Mild base is present, like calcium hydroxide or magnesium hydroxide is present in the teeth. So if it is any acid content is there in our tooth also, in between our tooth, what will happen? The acid will get neutralized by the base which is present in the toothpaste. Okay, so that is also frequently asked question. That is the pH in our daily life. One diagram I said you, that is more important. You practice that diagram. And here about the chloralkali process you can see. Okay, this chloralkali process figure 2.8 on page number 30. This is one of the most important diagram asked for 3 marks. Okay. Apart from this diagram, they may ask questions on this diagram also. What are the byproducts of chloralkali process? The byproducts of chloralkali process are chlorine, hydrogen and brine. Brine containing NaOH, hydrogen gas and chlorine. Their uses are mentioned in the diagram only. You can see that diagram and you can read, okay, what are the products formed and what they are used in. The byproducts are used in manufacturing different things. Okay, you can learn from that, practice that diagram. It is very easy diagram. It will be asked for 3 marks. Don't miss the diagram, student. And here the last part of the lesson, you can see many of the products. Bleaching powder. Okay, what is the common name of bleaching, chemical name of bleaching powder? Calcium oxychloride. Formula is CaOCl2. Okay, its equation, how it is manufactured. It is manufactured by passing chlorine gas in calcium hydroxide solution. Manufacture and uses. How many products are there? Bleaching powder. Manufacture, its uses. Baking powder. Manufacture and uses. Washing soda. Manufacture and uses. Along with the chemical equations, you have to learn. One question is definite from this unit. Okay, in this lesson, bleaching powder, baking powder, washing soda, manufacture and uses. One question definitely they will ask from this unit. Okay, and what is water of crystallization? You can see here. See, if you have not understood anything, once again I have taken this lesson. Okay, you can go in YouTube, you can search for 10th standard lesson acid, bases and salt. Everything in detail I have explained everything. So once again you can watch the videos and you can review. Okay, so here water of crystallization, definition they are asking. Okay, so different salts have different water of crystallization. Copper sulfate has 5 molecules of water of crystallization. Plaster of Paris, that is calcium sulfate, has half water molecule of crystallization. And gypsum is also a salt which has 2 molecules of water of crystallization. In this lesson, chemical reactions are very much important. Their chemical formula, their chemical names, balancing the chemical reaction, diagrams, and in this part particularly, how it is manufactured, the different products, how they are manufactured and their uses are very important, children. Please go through everything. If you want the explanation of the whole lesson also, you can search in the YouTube and you can get my explanation which I have done line by line. Okay. So what all is important I have said, and most of the questions what are there in this question box also. Okay, you have to go through those questions, notes, whatever is given, revise your notes, everything with the diagrams, practice the diagrams, don't miss any of the diagrams in science. Okay, so 12 to 15 marks are there for diagrams, children. If you are thorough in the diagrams, all your marks is yours only. Okay, so don't miss any of the diagrams, chemical reactions. 3 lessons, first 3 lessons in chemistry are full of chemical reactions. Be thorough in the chemical reactions, whether it is balancing or their chemical formula or chemical names, everything you should be thorough in. Any way they may ask the question. So that was the revision regarding acid, bases and salt. Hope so you have come to know the important things what they will ask in this lesson. Please watch the videos till your exams. And don't be in a confusion, don't watch TV and all. Sit with your books and revise your lessons. There should not be any confusion about the exams. Exams are going to happen anyhow. Okay, so you do your part of work, revise the lessons and be prepared for the exam. And watch the videos. Okay, the lessons which we have explained already also has been uploaded in the video. You can watch those lessons and you can understand nicely, properly. So next class we will do the other lessons revision. Till then, goodbye. Thank you very much.